I'm late tonight because I haven't really had time to do much today because I've been out shopping, doing quite a bit of shopping. Two shopping hauls, as if you've seen them on my channel. I put two videos up, one from Aldi's and one from Sainsbury's. And then I had some patterns to sort out, to post off as well. So I did those while I was out before I went out shopping. I went to the post office and shoved them in the patterns in the post box there. And then by the time I got all that sorted, had a cup of coffee and that when I got home, and I thought, well, I'll sort my tea out for later. So I was sitting working on my computer and I had a little piece of chicken. I had been clearing stuff out of my freezer that needed using up, and there was a little bit of chicken breast where I had been using it when it was frozen, and sometimes when I make little bit soup, sometimes I just scrape bits of chicken off the frozen one and just add it to the vegetables and stuff, when I make a bit soup. So I thought, oh, I need to use that bit chicken up. It's been in the freezer for a while. And I was busy working on my computer, doing things on my computer and that, so I thought I was going to put it in the oven. But I decided, I'll just put it in the microwave, it'll get done quicker. And then, of course, I've never cooked meat in my microwave before. All I use it for normally is microwave meals and defrosting things, and maybe it's bacon. I've done slices of bacon and things like that in it, but I've never actually cooked anything like meat, like chicken or chicken breast. It was a bit chicken breast. So I just thought to myself, I'll just put it in the microwave and then I'll go back and working on my computer, what I was doing in the first place and that. So I set my microwave for 20 minutes. I should have looked this up first before I did it, but I was working, I don't know how long, I think it still had a couple of minutes to go, but I was working on the computer. Could smell, could smell the chicken at first when it was cooking. It smelled quite nice and that. And then there was sort of like a very strong smell coming from it. And when I did go in to check, it still had a couple of minutes to go, but there was smoke coming out of the microwave. Oh, the microwave door, and I had in a little glass casserole dish, so I'd put like the lid thing on top, and when I looked, it was completely black. There was no shape or anything. It was just black mush in the bottom of the microwave dish. And I was using a fork to thingy it around, and the fork was stuck in the stuff. It was like glue. So I thought, oh, well, that's my chicken ruined, isn't it? So I decided I came back in on my computer and I had a look on the internet and just to check how long to do a small piece of chicken breast. About 5 or 6 minutes. There's no wonder it was in the state it was in. So I just dropped the bowl into the water I had been washing the dishes in and just left it in there. But it's solid on the bottom of the dish, and I'm thinking it with the fork, trying to move bits off and that, and it's like completely glued to the bottom of my casserole dish. I'm going to have an awful job getting it off. I'm going to have to be scraping, and I'm going to have to be very careful because I don't want to hit too hard. I might break the casserole dish. So I'm going to have an awful job to get that chicken off the bottom of the casserole dish. Oh my God, why don't I look these things up before? I must have been thinking about how long I would have put it in the oven. And I was thinking about it, it would have been about 20 minutes, and if I'd put it in my oven instead of the microwave. So I was going to do some chicken chips and peas and that, and a little bit curry sauce. So I thought, oh, well, what am I going to have now? So I bought some chicken slices when I was shopping, just thin stuff. Well, I just had a salad stuff with a whole lot. I put the lettuce and cucumber and boiled an egg and put all the stuff on the plate with the chicken slices. That was my chicken chips, peas and curry ruined. I'm gonna tell my granddaughter tomorrow, like, they'll probably be in tears laughing at me. Like. Anyway, I did a little, like, I'm saying I was doing a bit of shopping today in Aldi's and Sainsbury's. And when I come into Sainsbury's, I had a coupon for Sainsbury's where you had to spend £30 and I would get £4.50 knocked off my shopping list thing. Like, so I was, going around, walking around thinking, well, did I need this and did I need that to make sure I spent the £30? And I come to where the frozen food stuff was. Well, I buy Sainsbury's. It's a cheaper brand. Stamford Street, they call it. Meals is like hot pot and curry and lasagna and things like that. And they're actually very good meals, but they were 85 pence the last time I bought them. They were £1 this time. And I was talking to this, well, I'm calling him an old fella. He was about my age. We were looking and he's looking at me and looking at them and he says, they're good, aren't they? But he says, are they worth 15 pence extra? I says, it must be the cost of living thing. I says, it's still going up. So I had quite a bit of conversation. I quite enjoyed talking to him, like, when he was on about and he's telling us all the other things he gets and what's cheaper and what's best. And I'm saying to myself, I know, but I know what's best for I like. I get what I like, not what somebody else like. But I was chatting away and he's looking, he says, you see them other ones down there? Them other frozen meal things. He says, I bought one of them by mistake. I thought it was 85 pence. He says it was over £4 when I went through the checkout. Now I'm looking at it, I said, I says, that's Jamie Oliver, that. I says, you're paying for Jamie Oliver. I says, not for what's in the meal. He says, I nearly had a shock. He says, nearly had a heart attack. He says, when I seen that on the thing. But anyway, I haven't had time really to do anything. I did a little bit crochet this morning before I went out, but the rest of the day has been the shopping and sorting things out, and I had washing to sort out and stuff to put away, washing to put away, a little bit ironing that needed doing and that. So I was doing them. I thought, I'm going to have to do my house things before anything else, but I'll show you what I've been doing. I started off with I have the four mandalas there, so I had two more to do. So what I did was I started off with I actually went upstairs and got all my different colours wound up into cakes, which I couldn't be bothered yesterday. But the other two mandalas, so I've done them as far as the colours. I've been doing them all one at a time, and that's 4 courses I have to do as well. So I started off with the cream first, and I done the one for the mandala, and I thought, I'll just go on and do the other one. So I did that one, and then I thought, I'll do the middle bit for the coasters. So I had all those small bits, the coasters as well, the 4 for the coasters. I had all of them ones done, the circle in the middle. And I went on to the green, and I did the green around there, and then the green around I did the green around these two first. And then I carried on to the 4 coasters. And then I did the red for the mandalas, and then I've done the red for here. And this is as far as I got. I've done the cream, but the cream on the coasters is different because this is carrying on with the centerpiece here, that bit there, the cream bit round there. So that was as far as I got, but when I do these ones, these are the coasters, the cream's the last round, and it's going to be like a scalloped edge all the way around, so I'll do those 4 in the cream, and then they'll be finished, completely finished, the coasters, which will be probably tomorrow morning before I do any more of them. And then I'll just carry on doing the 2 mandalas, just do one colour when I change, each colour. I'll do them on both first and do them both at the same time. Seems a little bit better than doing one completely and then starting again, whereas wherever I do on one round on there, I'll be doing the same on the other one, and that's how I'm working it. I prefer doing it that way, but I can only crochet for so long because crochet does affect my hands, my wrist and my fingers, more than what knitting actually does. And I'm knitting my own tonight. I did a little bit of it last night. I got a little bit of the band done because I'd only got about that much of the band done to start with, and so I did a little bit more last night, as much as I could be bothered actually, So I'm starting a little bit sooner tonight because I've had my tea. It's all finished with. It is 7:30, getting on for 7:30 now. Like I'm saying, I'm late tonight. But I've already done 2 videos, 2 shopping hauls, one for Sainsbury's and one for Aldi, so that's what took some of my time up as well. And I'll just finish this row and I'll show you what else I've been doing. I'll put this down. Stick the needles in the wool there and put that down there. And I did last night the little, I wanted to get one of the sleeves done with this, and then I could wait to make sure I had enough to do the front and the other sleeve and not end up like I did with the other one. So I've started this one actually where I finished off the wool here. I didn't take any off, I just started there, and it stuck it not quite the same. I think I started 2 or 3 rows before the shaping, where this one started, on the back the shaping started, where they changed the colour was where the shape started, but this one, the change of colour was about 2 or 3 rows below that. But naturally it's comes a little bit further up with it being a narrower part. So I'm going to try and work the other one. I weighed what was left, and there's just enough to do another sleeve in the front. There was exactly the same weight as what's in here, plus an extra 5 grams. Now I'm not sure whether that 5 grams is enough, because there will be a little bit less. It'll be a little bit more because of the shaping will come out of here. But I'm not sure whether there's enough to put a little opening down the front and just a round neck on, so I'm just going to make it into a V-neck. Then I know for sure I'll get it out of what's left. But I will try and start the bottom of the sleeve and see if I can get it to match the other one, so at least that different colour, the purple, blue, there's purple, blue and green, I think it is. So we'll hope it ends up in the same place on the sleeve and the front. Hopefully. I'm not sure whether it will or not, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it into a V-neck, that one. Because this one has a lot less. It's finer, actually. It's a lot finer. Feels it knits a lot thinner. But there's only about 250 to 100 gram ball, which is not really as much as what you get on the other ones. So I got this for to finish the other one. This was what Jane sent me. It came today, and it's exactly the same wool. It's just got different label on. I'm not sure that the ball I had, whether the label that was on it was the proper label. I don't know whether somebody had just put some other label on it. I don't know, but it is exactly the same wool. The colour's the same and everything. There's no change to dye or anything because I've checked it with what I already have and it looks exactly the same. So I'm just wondering whether it was a different label that was put on. Maybe it wasn't quite a full ball, and maybe it didn't have the label, so they've just put another label on it. But it just had rainbow yarn on it, and I couldn't find it anywhere on the internet. But it is the same wool, exactly the same wool. So thank you very much for this, Jane. It even got pushed through my letterbox. It was squashed enough in the packet. The pity it could have been squashed really flat because it costs £3.79 for to post it to me. If it had managed to get it into a large letter, it would have been a lot less. Probably about £1.55 it would have went in a. No, probably would have been a little bit more than 100 gram because you'd have to count the wrapping and all that on it. But anyway, I'll get on with that one, finish that one off. But it is my own tonight. I'm doing my own tonight. I'm not sure how many rows. I think I was 18. You know, I keep stopping and starting this, and I don't know whether I think I've wrote down what I've done, so I should have the number of rows, and I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think I have 18 rows to do in the rib. Yeah. My house still stinks of that burnt chicken. I can still smell it all over the house. I've got one of those sprays with that fresh air stuff. I'm going to spray it all around the house, get rid of the smell. So anyway, thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another time. So bye for now.